Welcome to my dungeon. My name is C.J. Cassidy, and I will be reading excerpts from my first novel. But first, a little about me. In 2006, I was an unknown self-published author. My first novel fell into the hands of a woman that liked my writing style, who then contacted me to write her biography under the condition that I kept her identity a secret. I agreed and began working on her novel. The subject matter was dark and moody, as she was a victim of domestic abuse. About 100 pages into her story, it turned into a novel about BDSM. I balked. I didn't wish to be known as someone who wrote those types of novels. It wasn't a genre I wanted to be known for. Contrary to popular belief, I am not an erotic author. I write about the human condition. I write about women who endure trials and tribulations. I write about triumph over adversity. I do not condone nor condemn the lifestyle. I am just an author that was commissioned to write her story. I soon felt, as Catherine did, that her story needed to be told. I published her erotic biography under the pen name C.J. Cassidy. Since publishing the novel, over 50 women got out of or redefined their abusive relationships. I'm very proud of that. I cry when I get a card or a letter from a reader telling me that the novel changed their life. I now live in the shadows, writing about women in pain and about their deliverance. I have also helped other women write their trials and tribulations. I am humbled by the path I have chosen. But enough about me. This is about Catherine, Jennifer, and Lady Legtex. So, turn the lights down low, light a scented candle, and let Daddy tell you a story. Catherine and her fiancé, Johnny, relationship was a roller coaster at best. When he was in town, her weight was up. When he was on tour, she would drop back down to a size 2. I don't know about anybody else, but I preferred Catherine thin and happy than fat and miserable. I see your fiancé is back in town. How can you tell? You gained some weight. Catherine crossed her arms in front of her to hide her girth. What are you talking about? When your fiancé is in town, you get stressed. When you stress, you overeat. When you overeat... Excuse me? You don't know me like that. I know you better than you think. But you are right. My comment was totally out of line and uncalled for. I'm sorry. Get out of my office. I came into work the next day and I was called into Catherine's office again. Catherine, if this is about yesterday, I just want to apologize. No, this isn't about yesterday. Consider it forgotten. Okay. I need you and Bob to take a conference call with LA this afternoon. It's about the new program protocols for the Benson account. I need you two to go over them with a fine-tooth comb and work out any glitches in the system before we present it. What time this afternoon? I'm not sure, but I need you two in the office when the call comes in, so if you don't mind, I'll need you to order in lunch today. No problem. You want me to order lunch in for you too? No, thank you. I'm going to skip lunch today. And she dropped her eyes. I knew she was a little embarrassed about the conversation we had yesterday, but I wasn't going to bring it up again. Okay, I'll let Bob know. And I began to exit her office. Please close the door behind you. I don't want to be disturbed today, she said. As you wish. I closed the door behind me and placed her Do Not Disturb on a conference call sign on her door. I heard her quietly sob as I closed the door. Normally, when Catherine spoke to me, she would look me straight in the eye. She was all business. Today, she couldn't make eye contact. Her eyes darted around the room as if she couldn't focus on one place. She averted her eyes if she did look at me and noticed that I was looking at her. That's when I realized her fiancé wasn't just beating her, he was abusing her.